4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bethel College basketball on the air. We are 2 minutes from tip-off. 10, 9, 8. We're good? Not good.
I thought he had a headset so he could actually talk to us.
He does. But, you know.
You know. Luke knows.
Luke knows. Luke always knows. We're good? Are we good? Got a minute 45. College Pilots and the IUSB Titans. Connor, welcome in for this season. We're ready to get it underway. Connor, let the fans at home know what to expect tonight out of their Pilots.
You know, we expect to start the season strong, get off to a good lead early on, look for some veteran leadership from our key guys, and, you know, shut down the three-point line for the Titans.
You talk about shutting down the three-point line. Who's the guy for IUSB that you think, wow, we got to stop him tonight?
That would be TJ Benner, little brother of Bethel alum Ryan Benner. And last game out, he hit 7 threes. He's obviously the guy to shut down tonight here with the Titans.
He's a big weapon for the Titans. Like you said, they shoot a lot of threes. That's going to be huge for the Pilots tonight. Connor, give me your key player, your player of the game for the Pilots.
I've got to go with Clay Yo until he proves me otherwise. This guy was huge for us last season, coming in as a transfer sophomore, and this season he looks to step up as a junior, really lead this team, both statistically and vocally.
Hard to go against that pick. If not for Matt Schaus, may have been Conference Player of the Year. I'm going to go a little bit different. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to pick Gage Ott tonight. Now, we're going to throw it down to the public address announcer for the opening prayer and the national anthem.
Your attention, please. Bethel College welcomes all players, officials, and spectators to tonight's contest. As a member of the NAI, we are proud to be participants in the Champions of America initiative. We have teamed to help create a positive environment with fun, ethics, competition, and science, and show respect for one another. Fans of the Atlantic Crossroads League and Bethel College, please enjoy tonight's contest. Ladies and gentlemen, this time I ask you to please rise and counter your caps as Bethel College women's basketball coach Andrew Woodridge leads us in tonight's opening prayer.
Our Father, please. Dear Jesus, thank you for this opportunity, Lord. Thank you for protecting us and for providing us and for bringing us out here tonight. Please allow us just to put our many gifts and talents on display for you and just to glorify you and all that we do said. In your prayer. Amen.
Thank you. Please remain standing as we honor America and those who serve and protect our great country with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Tonight's colors are presented by the Miller's Best Color Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem has been performed by Bethel College senior Jackson Kerr.
I can't see anything.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the monsters steaming air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, stay us as star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Open Night 2015, 2016. Welcome to the 8th division of Bethel Local College. It's time for basketball. Welcome, Lancaster. Last season matchup. The Titans of the University South Bend and the home team, your Bethel College Pirates. Personal visitors from IUSB. And one of our 6th sophomore from Mishawaka, Indiana, wearing number 1, TJ Benner. And another of our 6th senior from North Indiana, number 2, Riley Sticker. And our 6th senior from Mishawaka, Indiana, number 14, Devontae Young. And guard, a 5'9" senior from Leslie, Indiana, number 3, Mark West. And forward, a 6'6" sophomore from Granger, Indiana, number 53, Taylor Brooks. And coach of the Titans this third season is Scott Cooper.
Welcome back, folks. We're getting ready for tip-off here. Those are the starting lineups. Connor, I think all I can say is that we are just finally excited to get the season underway.
Yeah, the Pilots look to start out strong, get the season started on a good foot, and come out with a win here against an opponent we have historically dominated.
58-6 in 64 meetings against the Titans. It's called a crosstown rivalry, and it's a good way to start off the year. Here we go. On the tip, number 42, Gage Ott, number 33, Taylor Brooks. Let's get it going. And That's going to get the tip to Clay Yo, and we are underway. Pilot basketball season started.
Caleb Ocean with the ball now.
Out to Travis. Back up top to Caleb. They like to call him bang out in the student section. Paul Foreman's going to get his first shot of his career, and that's his first basket.
Starting out the season as a freshman, gets to start in his first game and makes his first shot. That's the way to go.
That's how you want to do it. 2-0 Pilots. There he is, TJ Benner. Clay Yo all up in him. And that's going to be an offensive foul.
Pilots with the ball now.
That one on Taylor Brooks, and Paul Foreman to inbound it. Gets it into Travis Smith. He
in
wants
transition.
to go quick. Rebound back to the Titans. Now they want to come back quick.
Travis with some good defense there on number 30, Mark White.
Oh, that's what you expect out of Travis. He's going to come into the game very scrappy defender.
Yeah, the Pilots' lone senior this year looks to lead defensively. Quick inbound down on the baseline.
Back up top to White.
Ocean on him now.
TJ Benner, no good.
He's a dangerous weapon. Hit a lot of threes his last time out. And that'll be out on the Titans. Pilots retain possession.
Good play there by Benner to cut the pass off, not let Yo get going. And now Caleb Oatgen to inbound. He's going to get the offense set. Looking down low. Gives it off to Yo. Double teamed. Fights through it. Back up top. 5 seconds to get a shot off. Clay Yo, deep three.
Off the back of the rim and out of bounds. That'll be Titans ball.
Put Clay in a tough spot there for his first shot of the night. That's a very deep three.
Yeah, the Pilots will definitely look to get a shot off sooner than that. They got double teamed down in the corner there and hopefully come up with some better possessions here.
Now back for the Titans. Javante Young for three. He's got it.
Hand in his face, too. Travis was all over him. Didn't make a difference. He buried that.
3-2 Titans. 2 minutes into the game.
You can tell the Titans are really keying in on Clay Yo from early on. They look to double team every time he's touched the ball so far. Nice drive by Clay. Puts it up through contact.
White kick out to Young. Another three from Young. It's good.
Like we said, they shoot a lot of threes. We really got to be careful of that line and try to push them off of it as much as we can. That's not a good start for the Pilots defensively.
Caleb Oatgen trying to reset into Ott. Couldn't get the shot to go down low. Back comes White.
Strong drive
And
by White.
another offensive foul on number 33, Taylor Brooks.
Just got ahead of steam going there. Couldn't stop in time. Good defense by the Pilots. Paul got there and set his feet early.
They're going to give Brooks a break. 2 early fouls, and into the game is number 42, Beecher Ward, senior out of Indianapolis. Here's Caleb Oatgen. Top of the key, Mark White defending, over to Yo. And a bad pass there by Caleb Oatgen, turned over. They got numbers. Young back out to Benner. Good recovery by the Pilots defense.
Titans looking for threes even in transition. Looking to kick it out there and try to get an open look. No luck.
Into the game, Ward for three off the back of the iron. No good.
Yo with the ball, bringing it up now. Strong drive.
Nice play. Clay, the scoop and score.
Crossover, kissed it off the glass. That's perfect.
A great play by Caleb Oatgen. Gets it back in. Clay Yo, transition. Travis Smith through contact, no call. and that's going to be off Gage Ott, back to the Titans.
Can we talk about the hustle play by Caleb Ochin there,
Absolutely. Getting in front of the pass, getting it back in. Great play by Ochin.
Dove into the stands, ended up in some poor old lady's lap, and probably gave her the scare of her life there.
If you ever want to know what the term spark plug means, that is Caleb Ochin.
Look no further.
Back to Young now. Pass inside, and it's another steal for Ochin.
Pilot's really not able to move the ball up quickly in transition there.
Gage Ott driving in, and a block called against number 2, Riley Stitcher.
Pilots will be taking the ball out of the back. And Jordan Kuhn checks in for the first time for the Pilots. He'll give Travis a break. And it looks like
another freshman into the game, Luke Fisher, is going to replace his fellow freshman, Paul Foreman. So early on, a couple of young guys in for the Pilots.
Yeah, you really don't see that too much from Coach Lightfoot.
Quick inbound, Clayo with the shot. That'll tie it up at 6.
That's exactly the inbound play you want there. That couldn't have been any easier. Titans really looking to get something going on offense here.
Nice steal by Clay. He's got it.
Runs in transition.
Knocked away. Where's it going to go? They say it's off of the Titans. Riley Stitcher getting in there and knocking the ball free, but a great defensive play, and we have our first timeout tied at 6. Connor, what are you seeing?
You know, I like what I'm seeing from the Pilots so far defensively. You know, get off to a little bit of a rough start with those back-to-back threes, but obviously drawing a couple offensive fouls, and the Titans really can't get anything going outside of that three-point line. They haven't scored a basket besides those 2 3-point buckets, and Pilots really look to capitalize on that as we go on.
Well, in this timeout, I think exactly like you said, the Pilots off to a good start defensively. I think that's what Lightfoot's going to be telling his guys right now. I think offensively, maybe the ball's sticking a little bit. They've had some long possessions, but we saw on that inbounds play, and you talked about it, Clay Yo, not going to get many easier looks than that.
No, that was great. Obviously a play drawn up previously that they just went in there and implemented to perfection. Bang out just handed the ball to Clay like 10 feet outside, just outside the paint, and he just popped it in.
Well, if they're going to be double teaming him all night, you got to give him as many easy looks as possible. And right there, no doubt he's going to take that shot more times than not make it. As we reset, 15:47 to go in the first half, 6-6. Javante Young, all 6 of the Titan points on 2 3 balls.
Yeah, don't want him to get a hot hand.
Absolutely not. We got Bang out to inbound it. Quick play, and Gage Ott gets it sent right back at him. He's going to go back with the offensive board. No good, and that is going to be off of Gage. Going for the offensive rebound. A lot of guys going in there. They say it was tipped by Gage.
Yeah, Gage is off to a little bit of a rough start. He's about the closest thing the Pilots have to an inside scoring presence here, and hopefully he'll get back on track here. We look to him for a lot of our scoring load.
Back out to Stitcher. Pass it around. Benner has it now. Looking for some space. He's going to drive past Luke Fisher. Nice dump off. Ward couldn't finish.
No. Clay nearly traveled there.
Luke Fisher, and he's good. Same spot Paul Foreman hit his from, and the Pilots lead 8-6.
That's great. Love to see that from freshmen. Not scared of the spotlight.
Travis Smith getting ready to check back in for the Pilots. In the meantime, Mark White with the ball driving in. Good pass. Nice play from Jordan Kuhn to get the ball knocked away.
Looked like that was off his foot to me, but that'll be a jump ball here. Looks like the Titans will retain possession. Clay will check out. Paul will check back in. Gage is out too. So Travis and Paul back in for the Pilots.
White to inbound it. Stitcher down low, and the and one.
Nice inbound play of their own there. He'll be headed to the line to shoot one more.
Luke Fisher got a little out of position, committed the foul. Stitcher finished, and now he's going to shoot one for the lead.
Yeah, Coach Lightfoot was not too happy about that. Titans with a chance to go up here. 8-8 right now. And the free throw is up and good.
Into the game now for the first time tonight, sophomore Jeremy Jones for the Titans. He's going to give TJ Benner a break. And Caleb Ogen will bring it up the floor. Pilots trail 8-9 early on here in the first half. Kuhn in the corner.
Kuhn double team down in the corner. Great pass to
Paul.
Paul.
Going to go in. They call a foul. Going in. That'll be 2 shots for Foreman.
He went up strong, and even though he ended up getting blocked, that is the play you want there. Get in early, draw fouls, head to the line for some easy points.
I believe the foul was on Riley Stitcher. That would be his second. And as soon as that foul was called, quick in off the bench was My Love Sutan.
Yeah, he'll give Beecher Ward a break here. Titans a little bit of an undersized lineup here. And Paul misses both his free throws. Titans up 9-8.
Bringing it back up the floor is White. In the corner, Young. He's got it. 3 for 3 from downtown. It's a 4-point lead for the Titans.
We talked about this early. That just can't happen. Double team in the corner again.
Ochen, he wants to answer. Couldn't get the roll.
Hit every part of the rim on that.
Luke Fisher called for his second foul, so he will come out.
And Jawan will check in for him.
Jawan Carpenter, sophomore, didn't see a lot of time last year, getting in early here.
Coach Lightfoot isn't really one to play his young guys too much, but this year only one senior and severe lack of big bodies, so he's turning to some faces that we have not seen here before much. And that'll be a foul.
Very quickly, Jawan called for a hand check foul.
Off the ball, that's not what you want to see.
Reset here, 14 minutes left in the first half. Pilots trail 12-8. Titans with the ball. Tom looking for some help. Get it backed up top to Stitcher.
That's a 3 for Sutton, no good. Rimmed out. Up to Ocean in transition. Kuhn with the ball now.
Strong take and the foul called on Sutton.
Once again, go up strong to the hoop, and even if you don't make the basket, that's a great way to do it. Get to the line, shoot some free throws, and get the other team in foul trouble. That's textbook.
You talked early on, it looked like when the Pilots tried to go in transition, they couldn't really get anything going. As Kuhn misses the free throw, Pilots now 0 for 3, but he couldn't get anything going in transition, and that's how you get things going. Attack the rim, even if you don't make it, get to the line.
And the Pilots would like to be a team that gets out and runs a little bit more. Hopefully we'll see some more of that season. Second free throw from Kuhn is up and good. Pilots are 1 for 4 from the line now.
Every part of the rim to get there first, and Travis Smith, a great play.
Kuhn with the drive again.
He'll get right back to the line.
Fouled again. Looks like it was also on Sutton.
It's about the 4th scrappy defensive play we have seen out of the Pilots. You have to love that.
And when we run those undersized guys out there, Ochen and Travis Smith, we really hope that they make up for it with energy and tenacity, and that's what they've done here tonight, coming up huge. First free throw from Kuhn is up and no good. Rimmed out.
1 for 5 to start the night from the line, and that has just got to be giving Coach Lightfoot fits.
No coach likes that, especially start the season.
He does hit the second one. Gets it back to a 2-point game, 12-10, Titans lead. Young, who's been their hottest player, 9 of their 12 points.
Pilots with a little bit of a full court press there.
Long on the 3. Pilots trying to get going, and a hard hit, no foul called. Play on.
And a steal by the Titans.
And Travis got a crowd. Let's just calm down. Get that back across half court and calm down.
I guess that's the danger when you run in transition and full court press is that you get a little out of control, and that's what happens.
He's going to come back with a 3, and the lead, 13-12. Pilots have it.
Pilots looking for someone to calm them down there, and that's Clay Yo, their go-to guy. Made that 3-pointer look easy. Juwan on the foul in the press. That is not what we're looking for here. If you're going to full court press all game long, you really can't get in foul trouble. That's just a recipe for disaster.
And a savvy move from the senior Mark White. You see that little head fake, and more times than not, you're going to get that call if someone's pressing you.
And Juwan, usually not a perimeter defender, just a little outmatched there.
Mark White with the ball. His team trails by 1.
Sutton with the drive, spin move, puts it up. Travis is trying to draw a foul there, no luck, didn't get his feet planted in time.
Clayo, another 3. He's feeling it! Back-to-back threes from Clayo, 16-14 Pilots.
Pilots showing that they're not scared of the 3 ball either. They'll play that game. Sutton
driving
drive
in.
Block.
And a late whistle. It looked like he got him.
Looked like the block was clean, but on the follow-through, he clipped his arm a little bit. And Sutton will be heading to the line to shoot 2. Foul on Ott.
A little like father, like son action going on the Pilot sideline. Mike and Ryan Lightfoot not happy with the call. It'll be 2 for Sutton to try to tie it.
He misses one. Yep. Ochin back in the game for Juwan Howard now, and Jordan Kuhn also back in.
Much smaller look for the Pilots here. You'll see Gage Ott down low, but he is far and away their biggest player.
Travis Smith boxing out on the block. You don't see that too much. Clayo with the ball now over to Kuhn in the corner.
Driving in, dump off pass. Gage Ott goes up and gets the 2.
Nice pump fake there. Went up strong afterwards. That's perfect.
Back to a 3-point lead for the Pilots, 18-15.
And Joe Bannister with the 3. Clanks off the front of the rim. Out to Ott in transition.
Nice hands. Couldn't finish. Goes up strong. Get the board. He's got it.
That's exactly what we're looking for from Gage Ott early on.
Great hands catching the pass, then went back up strong after his own rebound.
There
5-point lead.
There will be touches in the post for Gage Ott if he keeps converting them like that.
3-ball Sutton, no good.
Travis with the rebound, out to Clay in transition, behind his
back.
back.
Slipped up a little bit, nice play Gage to get the ball back.
Jordan Kuhn with a nice drive, up and under, and he's pumped.
Timeout Titans. 7-point lead, biggest lead of the night for the Pilots, and that was too easy. He walked down the lane.
He made that look like a cakewalk, and good call by the Titans coach there, Scott Cooper, trying to cool the Pilots off. We've been on a roll here.
Big run for the Pilots, and you got to think Mike Lightfoot is just telling his boys keep it up because they're starting to get on a roll. Best they've looked tonight, 7-point lead.
And that's just great to see. The Pilots, the substantial student section out here tonight, getting pumped up as well when the players do.
Standing room only in the middle section on that side of the gym. Really a packed house tonight, and they went nuts when Smooth got down the lane for that easy layup.
He's an exciting player. He got in the lane easy there, and the Pilots will really look to him for some scoring opportunities this season. He got redshirted as a freshman, so this year he's looking in as an older player who still has a couple years of eligibility left.
Redshirt as a freshman, battled some injuries in his time, and the Pilots no stranger to battling injuries. Of course, last year as the season went on, they lost Matt Schaus down the stretch, which you really saw take its toll, and you've seen the injury bug changing their ways tonight as Ryan Wasink, one of those big bodies we talked about, not being able to play, and we're seeing a kind of a mix and match down low, but it's worked so far. 7-point lead, and Gage Ott.
Nice hustle there defensively. Got a hand on the throw in and just tipped it out of bounds, unfortunately.
Still Sutton inbounding, and the Pilots doing that full court press.
Like we talked about earlier, TJ Benner, the little brother of Bethel great Ryan Benner. Nice defense by Kuhn in the post.
That's out of bounds, off Stitcher. Great play by Kuhn. He's fired up, gets the bench up on their feet.
His team calls him smooth, and that is for a reason. That guy makes everything look easy. He just looks effortless out there.
Travis Smith to inbound. Caleb Ochin bringing it up the floor. Looking back up top to Smooth. Wrapping it around. Ochin driving in. Gets bumped. Couldn't hit the shot. They say on the floor. No shot.
It's a great drive by Ochin. More of a shooter than a slasher, but when he gets in there, he does not get scared of the trees.
Call has been changed. They're saying it is on the shots. It's going to be 2 for Caleb Ochin. We'll see if he can kind of help change the direction the Pilots' free throw shooting has started off tonight.
Got it. Pilots up 23-15 here with 10:44 left on the clock in the first half. Two for two, that's more like it.
That's what you want to see. Pilots now 4 for 8 on the night. Caleb Ochin all over number 11, Joe Bannister.
Loose
Almost
ball
a steal there.
Recovered it. Back out to Bannister.
Back up top to Sutton. Over to Benner. He's going to pop up a 3. A little short off front of the iron. And another miss. That one from Jones. Pilots coming back. It's Travis Smith. Over to Yo. He's firing up another one. A little long. But Ochin, the hustle play, gets the board. Almost thrown out of bounds. Travis Smith corralling it. They say he did step out.
It's great to see a little guy go out there and get an offensive board. Caleb Ochin playing big tonight. A lot of energy.
Pilots got a little ahead of themselves near the end of that possession turnover. Halfway through the first half, 24-15, Pilots lead.
You know, you have to keep it balanced because we are playing with a lot of energy, and that's great. But at the same time, you can't get out of control. And we've seen the effects of that here as we've lost a couple of unnecessary turnovers.
Bannister gets the inbound. And
Another loose ball.
oh, get ready, folks. Cleo throwing it down, double-digit lead, and that will get the fans fired up. And a foul called on the inbounds. These fans don't care. Cleo just gave them a show. But it was all set up by Caleb Ochin, chasing down his man and getting the ball.
And you see that half-court press working there. Titans unfortunately not able to keep control of the ball, causing some turnovers and some easy transition looks. Doesn't get any easier for Nathan Clay. He walked up to the basket, elevated for the dunk. The guy's got some hops.
Titans now in the bonus, a 1-and-1 for Bannister. Hits the first. Second one from Bannister on the way and good. Gets it back to a single-point deficit. Caleb Ochin bringing it up the floor. 26-17 your score. 9:40 to go in the first half. In the corner to Clay. Paul Foreman looking to make a move. Foul on the floor, so it will be a 1-and-1 for Foreman.
That might have been the first time tonight Clay touched the ball in the half-court set without getting double-teamed.
Made the pass, Paul made the move and drew the foul.
It's great to see some supporting scoring here from the Pilots early on, getting some points from a variety of sources, whereas last year we really just looked at 3 guys and we only have one of them left, so that's great.
Definitely, you talk about that turnover. Matt Schaus, Zach Miller graduated. I think a lot of fans expected a lot out of Chris Mitchell. He has gone as well to transfer. So you're going to see a lot of new faces this year from the Pilots. As Foreman hits his first.
Those new faces you were talking about look capable here tonight. Second one's up for Paul and out.
Paul now 1 for 4 on the night. Mark White bringing it back up for the Titans. Out to Benner.
Good switch on the screen by the Pilots there. Cutting off the drive.
Young looking to make a move. Drives in and nice play.
What a crossover.
Monte Young.
3 Pilots there on that drive. That was sweet.
Caleb Ochin, hot pass in and knocked away by Benner.
Gage got fouled
Young
there.
coming back, almost loses it. Charge! Going back the other way. What a play by Paul Foreman.
Another offensive foul there for the Titans, and that was just some great hustle. Paul got back in transition, which is awesome to see for a big guy. Set his feet and took a hard hit there. He hit the ground hard.
Sean Jackson caught a loose ball, came in a little hot, could not control himself. And Paul Foreman takes the foul.
That's 9 fouls on the Titans here in the first half.
Ochin on the basket, gets it back to a 10-point lead. Down low to Stitcher. Kicks it back out. Oh, looking for Young. There he is again.
You really don't want to give him open threes right now. He's the hot hand.
Clayo trying to answer. He does! Hand in his face, doesn't matter. Clayo going off in the first half. Mark White now with the ball. Stitcher wants it down low, and they're going to call Caleb Ochin. A little push in the back. He's a little outmanned right there, a little undersized for that matchup down low.
Yeah, that's what happens when you switch on screens, and that's the beauty of the pick and roll. The Titans ran it to perfection there, and unfortunately for the Pilots, created the mismatch, which we were not able to handle.
3 new Pilots checking in. Carpenter, Fisher, and Kuhn. Foreman, Ott, and Ochin going to take a seat.
And the Pilots have been subbing a lot here, but it's the same faces over and over again, only running an 8-man rotation as of right now.
Front end of the 1-and-1 is good for Stitcher.
Pilots up 32-23 with 8 minutes left here. Second one's in and out for Stitcher. Kuhn in transition.
Over to Carpenter. Carpenter, a double team. Got to get rid of it. Travis Smith over to Kuhn. Kuhn for 3. No dice. Benner the board.
That's too bad. Great ball movement by the Pilots there, generating an open look for Kuhn, just unable to convert it.
Switch on the screen. Stitcher down low. He's double teamed, looking for a shot. He's got it.
Spin move. That was perfect. Saw the double team coming, spun out of it, and a little nice righty hook there from Stitcher.
Ball right through the 5-hole on Juwan Carpenter. Benner coming back, looking for Young, and he misses. Pilots catch a break there because he was open in transition.
It's nice to know he can actually miss.
Carpenter just behind the free throw line, no dice. Kuhn going in, making the play. Carpenter, another miss for the Pilots, and back comes the Titans. 32-25, BC leads. Mark White over to Stitcher. You know Young is looking for a shot here. Mark White trying to get something going.
6 on the shot clock.
Benner almost loses it. Young has it. He's got to fire up a 3. No good. Smith transition, gets hit hard, and they call a charge going back the other way. Bang, bang play. Titans get the call.
Nice pass there by Kuhn. Bounce pass in transition. Hit Travis Smith in the hands. Unfortunately, just unable to convert that. It's the offensive foul called.
And a full timeout called by the Titans. Just before the timeout called, Grant Gaylor checking into the game. So we're going to see yet another freshman.
All 3 freshmen here tonight.
For the Pilots, Connor, 32-25. BC leads, 6.5 to go. What are you seeing right now that's working?
What's working is getting out in transition, playing that press defense. But it has led to a little bit of sloppy play, which is one of the negatives. And hopefully if we can just get it under control, play contained a little bit more, but with that same energy, we'll be good to go.
I think Coach Mike Lightfoot, that's just kind of the roll of the dice you're going to have playing that quick up-tempo game, especially when you're throwing now 3 freshmen into the fold, a lot of young guys. That's going to happen. So far, hasn't burnt them too much, and seemingly when it has, they've been able to play defense on the back end.
And the Titans just not able to break the press so far with dribbling, which is typically the way teams do it. So as long as Coach Lightfoot keeps seeing that, I don't see him stopping the press anytime soon.
Coming back here after the timeout, 32-25. Bethel leads, 6.5 to go. The big man right now for the Pilots is Clayo with 13. And for the Titans, Javante Young, 14 points. He's hit 4 threes. He's off to a fantastic start. Finally missed one, which we were happy to see.
Missed 2, actually.
Did miss 2.
Which is encouraging, considering it didn't look like he could miss early on.
Inbounding it for the Titans, number 4, Rashawn Jackson. And get it up to senior Mark White.
This place is loud tonight. Pilot fans really getting into it.
White looking to drive. Back out to Jackson. White fires up a 3, and the rebound by Kuhn.
Strong
looking to
rebound
push.
there.
And Smith slows it down. No double team on Yo. He's got the smaller White on him. Nice pass by Luke Fisher. Foul and 1! Jordan Kuhn having a nice night.
He's been electric.
Both ends of the floor. That was a great pass by Luke Fisher, and Kuhn was able to finish through contact. Trying to get it back to a 10-point lead for the Pilots.
That's the perfect play for the Pilots. If you're going to play in the post without a stereotypical big man, get in there quick and put up a shot before the defense has time to adjust.
Mark White now over to Jackson. Jackson back to White. White wants a screen, gets one. Gets past Kuhn, can't finish.
Pilots with some great defensive rebounding here tonight. They've looked strong on the boards.
Luke Fisher. He's got it. 4 points for the freshman. Back up to a 12-point lead. Just stepped into that shot and hit it.
Transition game's working for the Pilots right now.
Back up top to White. Young driving in. Man, but he gets his own miss. What a play and an and 1. Wow.
Just when I said something about the defensive boards, we give up that offensive rebound. And might be a little bit of freshman inexperience there. Luke was out of position. And really the Titans struggling to come up with points outside of the 3-ball, especially in the half-court offense.
Well, Young keeping this a game 16, trying to get 17 here. He hasn't, and that was a big man's play.
Yep.
Missed, got in there, one-armed rebound, and then finished through contact. Grant Gaylor now. Back up top to Kuhn. Clayo looking to get something going. He wants a screen, he gets one. Spin move through, and a travel called on Yo.
Yeah, good call. You have to watch your steps when you're spinning, but good call by the refs. Clay guarding TJ Benner.
Mark White bringing it up the floor. His team down 9, looking to get a little run here. Last 4.5, almost lose it. That's off of him. Ref says otherwise. They will keep the possession.
That's 3 or 4 off his foot tonight.
Get it back to him now.
Benner with the ball now, deep 3.
That is good.
Wow.
Gets this down to a 6-point game. Back comes Kuhn.
He was good. 5 feet past the 3-point line, didn't make a difference.
looking to get something going. Travis Smith in the corner. He's going to jack up a three. He's got it!
Wow, Travis not typically a shooter. That's great to see.
Usually you don't ask Travis Smith to answer a three with a three, but he does there. Back comes Mark White. Can the Titans answer again?
They've put Travis over there on Javante Young. Good move by the Pilots. Travis is a real defensive spark plug, and Young is the hot hand for the Titans right now. They got to try to contain him as best you can.
Clay Yo called for a block. Got Benner with the body as he tried to get past him, and now Benner in the double bonus will be shooting 2.
Pilots still up 40-31 here. 3:45 left to go in the first half. First one's up and good for Benner. His brother played a lot of games here, Ethan.
He did. It was very exciting to watch, and you can see some flashes of his brother as he banks in the second one off the rim and the glass.
We haven't seen the trademark step back move yet.
Haven't seen that. He plays a lot more outside
Yeah.
than Ryan did, but certainly looks like another great talent out of that family. Clay Yo trying to pass out of the double team. Travis right back to him. He's got a three on the way, no dice. Stitcher the rebound.
He's looked a little confused on that play. I think Grant got confused as to which.
Hot pass. What a play by Stitcher.
Oh, that's great.
He did not know that that was coming.
Caught the ball out of the corner of his eye, reached up and got it with one hand and flicked it up as he was flying under the basket. Converted it, and we'll be headed to the line here. Like I said, Grant looks a little confused out there right now, both on the offensive play last time and then that defensive rotation there.
Got some big eyes that you'll see freshmen have at times.
Well, that's good. Get some experience now, early on in the season.
Stitcher completes the and one. Back to a 4-point game. The Pilots have led by as many as 12 at times.
Down to 4 here.
Coon in corner.
Down to Ott.
Nice play, Gage Ott. Bodied up his man, took it to the glass.
He started out a little rough. He's been looking really, really good here.
Jackson firing up a three, no good.
Rebound to Smooth in transition.
A little short on the pass. White coming back.
Looking for Gage in transition there. Just didn't put it high enough. Put it up there. Let your big man go get it.
Another try for Benner, no good. Pilots getting away with it there.
And that's a foul on the floor on White. Clay didn't really have a handle on the ball, but just a little bit of mix-up there. Bodies running into each other. And
Say White reached in and got him, so Clay will be shooting 2. Pilots also in the double bonus here. Up 6, 2.5 to go in the first half.
looks like Paul will be checking back in. First one's up and good for Clay. Travis yelling out some commands here, telling people who to guard. That's great to see from your lone senior. Second free throw is up and good from Clay, and he'll check out. Paul in for him.
Right now you're seeing a Pilot lineup of Travis Smith, Jordan Kuhn, Paul Foreman, Gage Ott, and Grant Gaylor, 2 true freshmen on the floor right now for the Pilots.
White with the drive.
Couldn't finish, but White the offensive board, and he will.
Looks like a travel on Young there to me early on, but no call, and they were able to convert.
Gaylor's gonna rack up a 3, no good. The offensive board taken away. What a play from Mark White. Gage Ott had the offensive board. White took it from him and threw it off of him.
That's some veteran skill right there. He knew what he was doing. And Gage Ott just just unfortunate bystander in that play. He didn't have much to do with it.
Timeout by Coach Lightfoot. 2 minutes to go. Pilots lead 44-38. What do you think that Lightfoot's telling his guys here for this final 2 minutes?
Well, calm down, first of all. We're looking out of sorts, and unfortunately, the Pilots' energy has not Completely transitioned into points here, giving up some sloppy plays, a couple unnecessary turnovers. So just play under control. Maybe if it's getting too loose and too sloppy here, he'll call off the press. But obviously the Pilots are up heading into halftime here, so I don't know that he should be too unhappy. He shouldn't have too much to say, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think these last 2 minutes, you just want to make sure you maintain this lead. It's been as high as 12. The Titans recently had it back down to 4, so you just want to keep going the way you have been.
And you've seen some inexperienced plays here, and Coach Lightfoot is definitely noticing that. But still have 2 freshmen out on the floor right now. That's great. Get those guys some experience, obviously some talent. They've looked great out here tonight, and a little more size coming in with the freshmen. So that's great to see. Hope to see more of the same from them in the future.
Jackson, kick out to Young. Over to White. White has Gage on him. They're going to call Paul Foreman. He and Stitcher were getting a little handsy with each other there, a little push back and forth. They call it on Foreman, and he's going to shoot 2.
Yeah, Stitcher's been setting more of those ghost screens or darts in and out, but that one he set a hard screen, and Paul just ran into it.
Couldn't get the roll, bounced around and came out.
There's Travis again, vocal leadership, moving his team around, telling Coach Lightfoot what he wants. Second one's up and good for Stitcher.
Down to a 5-point lead. Smith with the ball. This will be the interesting thing to see. No Clay Yo on the floor. How do the Pilots go about?
Triple team down in the post on Gage. He puts it up.
Travel call.
Gage looks a little frustrated after that one. White with the ball now, bringing it up for the Titans. He's going to spot up and shoot a 3 there. Kicks out to Young.
Young back over to White, giving him some space. He'll take it. He will not come up with it. Smith able to get the rebound.
Nice tip by Stitcher there. He was out of position, still managed to get a hand on it.
Grant, jump shot a little short, goes right into Paul's hands. He's got it.
Nice drive. Went right around his defender there, made that layup look easy.
Back to a 7-point Pilot lead. Final minute of the first half. Mark White now top of the key. Looking to drive in, back out. Stitcher.
Big man not
no good.
3.
And Smith went flying into the student section.
A little bit of
some chirping going on now.
Mix up here, refs getting in between some players. Pilot fans are calling for a technical over there, but I don't think the refs saw it, honestly.
I didn't necessarily see what happened, but when you have a player 3 steps up into the stands, you have to wonder what the call will be, and the refs are going to take a second to talk about it.
Everything looks under control now. This game had gotten a little physical, but nothing like that. It's been clean, hard basketball up until this point. Travis was lucky the Pilot fans were there to catch him, honestly.
Well, you got to give Travis credit. Something that physical, you expect a lot of times maybe players get into it a little bit afterwards, but he went back, he started grabbing his guys, getting them away from it, keeping everybody out of trouble, making sure that if a technical is called, it's on the other team and not on his own players.
That's great. That's better leadership. That's exactly what the Pilots want from him right now.
47 seconds left. Pilots lead 46-39. They're going to have the ball out of this conversation from the referees. The question will be, is there going to be a technical? Are there going to be free throw shot? Travis Smith and Javante Young getting a little tangled up.
The ref's still conversing, trying to figure out what happened. And I don't think there will be a technical, and definitely not a foul on the floor if they didn't see it.
Ready to have the call now.
And the ref's calling the coaches over to talk it over.
In the meantime, Clay Yo and Jeremy Jones going to check back in for these final 47.
Both coaches look like they're trying to just figure out what's going on. Coach Scott Cooper over there at IUSB in his 3rd season. doing a good job with that team. And he's utilizing their strengths here tonight, trying to get open looks for three and create some offensive tips, get some extra possessions.
It seems as if no foul is going to be called. Mike Lightfoot and Travis Smith both don't seem happy about that.
Now Clay, the captain, going over to talk to the ref as well. A lot of conversation about this.
We have an official talking with Travis.
There is a foul on Travis, but a flagrant foul on IUSB.
What I would assume then must have happened is that Travis got tangled up body to body coming down, called for a foul, and Young's reaction is what caused Travis to end up in the stands, and a flagrant one called on him. That is not an ejection. If he receives another one, he would be.
So Young will be shooting free throws here. Gets up there and buries the first one.
For the fans at home, the reason Young is shooting, even with his technical, or his flagrant, there was a foul called on Travis Smith. IUSB was in the bonus, so he has to shoot his free throws before Travis Smith can shoot his for the flagrant.
Correct.
So a 6-point lead for the Pilots. Travis Smith will now get 2 free throws. Hits the first.
It was a long, drawn-out conversation about that. Ended up with a double call.
Well, and the double call is what led to the conversation because they had to figure out free throws and exactly what was called on who. Smith hits them both. So an 8-point lead for the Pilots out of the entire thing.
And I believe the Pilots will have the ball as well.
Should have it going in. Smith going to check out. Go to inbound. Kuhn, Gaylor, Foreman, and Ott, the other Pilots on the floor. Kuhn bringing it up.
Down the Paul in the post, dumps it down to Gage. Spin move, no good.
Can't get it to go. Back comes the Titans. Mark White. TJ Benner looking to make a move on Gaylor. He gets around. Out of bounds is Jones. Stepped out, 28 seconds and an 8-point lead. The Pilots will be able to run this down for the final shot.
A little bit of a mental mistake there. He was out in the corner. I think he knew where the end line was, but lost track of the sideline. We got a technical
TJ
foul.
Benner has been teed up. He might have been chirping a little bit. Thought he got pushed. Would be the guess down low on the other side. So Clay Yo going to shoot the technical free throws. So in the final minute here, we've seen a little more action than we had.
Flagrant, a technical, and a couple of regular fouls. And Mark White talking to TJ, trying to figure out what happened, and coach his younger teammate there.
To that point in the game, it had been a pretty clean game as far as the officials are concerned. Some offensive fouls called, nothing too controversial, but here late, flagrant, a tech, and now the Pilots have the ball, a 10-point lead, and they will be able to take the final shot if they choose.
Hasn't been especially physical game. It's just I think some people are getting a little frustrated, and their mouths are working, and some sloppy plays leading to unnecessary fouls. Kuhn has to pick his dribble up. The ball off the Paul.
Good pressure there by White. He's going to come back, try to do it again.
Clay's calling for the ball.
Grant Gaylor's going to take it,
Misses
and
the shot.
that should run out the clock. Kuhn did not get that off the time he made it, but he did not get that off in time, that circus shot. So that'll be the first half, 50-40, your Pilots lead. Clay Yo, the big scorer for the Pilots, 17 points. Jordan Kuhn, though, chipping in 7, and a lot of the freshmen, they're having a good night. I'm impressed.
Paul especially has looked good, and as well as Luke when he's gotten some time. He hasn't seen as much time as Paul, but he made both the shots. I think he's 2 for 2. and yeah, he's been great.
Paul got him started, made that first shot of the night, his first career points as a Pilot. And overall, Connor, what have you seen? What have you liked out of the team so far tonight?
You know, we've been reiterating this a little bit, but some great energy from the Pilots. Just look to contain it, you know, try to rein in the sloppiness. And from IUSB, you know, keep the free ball moving. They look best when they move the ball, when it doesn't get stuck. And that starts with senior Mark White. That guy has been the distributor for IUSB tonight, generated most of their open looks with his dribble drives. And if he keeps doing that, then, you know, we can just hope that the Titans don't heat up from three-point land.
I tell you, I am more than impressed. The way this game started, it looked as if the formula for the Pilots was scrappy defense, hope you can get a transition bucket, or hope you can find Clay Yo.
Yeah.
And that did not seem like a formula for high scoring, but 50 points in the first half. They started spreading the ball around. Clay did get his shots. I am more than impressed with how this first half went for these young Pilots.
And the Titans have not been able to keep the double team on Clay due to the fact that other people have been making their shots. And, you know, usually Travis hasn't been much of a threat historically, but he made his three-pointer, made a couple of good drives as well. So as long as the team keeps scoring in a balanced fashion, they won't be able to contain Clay the way they want to.
Well, folks, earlier this week I had an opportunity to sit down with Coach Mike Lightfoot, talk about this upcoming season, and we have that interview for you now.
It's been really good. I think that our players are growing to kind of understand, you know, their identity, who we are as a team, and I think this team is going to be a lot different than last year or the last couple years because of the personnel with Zach Miller, Matt Schaus graduating. We have to come up with a new way of playing, and so I think we're a little bit more up-tempo this year. I think we're going to be able to full court press, and our identity's got to be on what we do at the defensive end more than even at the offensive end. So, you know, those things we're trying to put in place, and I know our players are ready to go and get started in another season.
So, kind of talk about change in identity. The last couple of years, it seems it's been one big man, 3 shooters, whether that's Pat Enning, you had Ryan Wassink, Gage out last year. Is that changing as well, that kind of mentality of one big, 4 shooters? Or
yeah, we've always went with a 4-guard look. I think that this team's going to be more inside. I think we're really trying to get the ball inside, a lot of touches inside to all of our big men because we figure that we know that they can score down there. Plus, getting the ball down there allows them to open up then our perimeter people. We need to continue to get Clay Yo a lot of touches because he has the ability to score and pass from a variety of different places. So we try to kind of hybrid him and put him in different places in our offense where he can be effective. But all in all, it's going to be scoring by committee, and it's going to be great defense by committee because we just don't have the 3 big scorers that we've had the last few years.
who would you say, I mean, you said it's kind of like committee now. It's not necessarily the big 3 of last year, but so Clay Yo withstanding, who would you say is kind of a couple guys that you really think this year is the year that they'll kind of step up? And
I think, Gage Ott came and had some really good minutes last year, but he's definitely got to be a consistent player. He's got to be a double-double guy. He's got to be a guy that's scoring and rebounding every night. Ryan Wassink has been in the fold, for a couple years. He's coming off of 2 knee surgeries, so we're hoping when he gets back, he'll be able to be a contributor both inside and outside. Our freshmen have been good inside. I think that Paul Foreman has done a really good job, and Luke Fisher's been really solid in the inside. And then, we've got Caleb Ogen has taken over the responsibility of running the point. And, of course, we have Jordan Kuhn and Travis Smith and a variety of guys that can come in and chip in and give us some great minutes.
So everybody knows Clay. Everybody kind of comes for the dunks and stuff like that. What do you think is Clay's ceiling? Or does he have one if you're comparing him to Schaus or some of these other greats that we've had in recent years? Yeah,
I think there is really no ceiling for Clay Yo. I think the only thing that limits Clay sometimes is Clay. He has to decide and has decided he's going to get better and continue to get better, and he hasn't arrived. He's still in the process of getting better and improving his game, improving his ball handling, continuing to improve on his shooting. He has the athleticism. He has the size to really create mismatch problems for people. But Clay is an outstanding basketball player, and continuing to grow now that he's a junior. He has a lot of responsibility in the leadership role of leading our basketball team.
So the last couple of years, I think the teams have come in with pretty high expectations, and maybe a lot of people discounting a little bit, losing Schaus and Miller. What are your expectations?
I think we still have the same expectations. I think that our goal is to do so well in our league that we're going to be a Branson team, a team that's going to get out to the Nationals. Now, I realize we got to stay away from injuries, and I also recognize that we have the toughest league in the country. But really, I think that our players, and I know the coaching staff, feels that the ceiling is very high as this team matures and grows. That the second part of the season, when we get into the grind of the conference, some of these guys will be tested and ready to go. And we feel this team can even do greater things than last year's team.
Well, Coach, thank you. I know we're all looking forward to next Tuesday. I'm sure you guys are. Get back out on the court, and thank you very much for your time.
Well, thank you. Go Pilots.
They've definitely had an impact, especially on some Jordan Kuhn plays. They got really fired up.
Well, he's one of those guys, a lot like Caleb Ogen. We talked about spark plug. Jordan Kuhn is definitely one of those, an electric player. And let's talk about him. That first half, he came in, made a huge impact. Didn't get the start, but had a lot of great plays.
Yeah, and with Matt and Zach both being seniors and graduating, it definitely opened up some playing time for guards. And hopefully we'll see a lot more of Jordan this season. I think he's a great player. He's upgrade defensively from some of our other guys, and a little bit bigger too. So it's great to see him out there. His athleticism is unbelievable. Everything he does looks coordinated and efficient, and they call him smooth for a reason.
Yeah, when he is matched up with a point guard, you got to love the matchup in favor of him, because more times than not he's going to have the height advantage, but he's athletic and fast enough to stick with a smaller guard. Another trio of guys that have made some big plays. Grant Gaylor hasn't necessarily made a shot yet, but he's seen the floor. The three freshmen, Grant Gaylor, Paul Foreman, Luke Fisher. Like you said, you never see Coach Mike Lightfoot play guys that young for that amount of time.
Yeah.
He did, and it worked.
That's unique. It looks like there's a three-point contest going on down there, some kind of giveaway for the White Camp Wackos.
Right now you're seeing represented that group of guys who have their chests painted, coming out in full regalia for the Pilots.
You got painted chests and short jean shorts.
That is a look that certainly should strike fear into the opponents.
Yeah, that guy banked one in. I think that's Chad Vendoza, actually. Some leaders of the student section winning 2 liters of pop by the look of it.
Another shot going down, throwing up the three, and we'll talk about the three ball. We talked about how much IUSB loves to shoot it. Didn't hurt the Pilots too much. There were some threes made, but it didn't seem to really cripple the Pilots.
It looked worse early on than it turned out to be in the long run. And, they got out to a hot start, hitting 2 back-to-back in the first couple plays of the game. But since then, we've contained it a little bit more. And the guy we talked about, TJ, really wasn't able to get going. The main weapon for them right now has been Javante Young.
TJ Benner, just 1 of 5 from the floor, all of those from 3.
Yeah, it looked like he lost it a little bit mentally. Got called for the technical there for talking to the ref a little bit too much.
The 2 big guys for IUSB, Javante Young, like you said, 6 of 10, 4 of 6 beyond the arc for 18 points, and then Riley Stitcher, 3 of 4, 7 rebounds, 10 points. So a good start for him. For the Pilots, leading the way, Clay Yo, 19 points on 6 of 10 shooting. And, you called it in the beginning. You said he was your key player of the night, got off to a good start, kept that going the whole way through. And you got to love it, because right now you're trying to replace Matt Schaus, you're trying to replace Zach Miller, and maybe you don't have the pieces to necessarily replace that exact same production, but while you try to find where those points can come from, you can always use Clay Yo as a security blanket.
Yeah, he's been great tonight. He's made some shots that you don't expect him to make, fall-away threes and some spin drives and stuff like that. And the Pilots, look to him as their go-to guy right now, where they're still figuring out where the rest of their scoring is going to come from. But they look to be in capable hands. Paul has looked great tonight. Gage has flashed some moments, and with Ryan Wasink hopefully coming back off of injury here pretty soon, you'll look for him to carry some of the scoring burden as well.
Well, this is something I don't think I've seen in my 2 years here at Bethel, but past Clay Yo, 6 different Pilots with 4 points or more. I've never seen that spread of an offense, and it's great because you can't start locking down Clay Yo. That provides him with better looks. You can't double team him every time if someone else is going to be reliable enough to hit a shot.
And like we talked about, some scoring from unexpected places. Travis hitting that open three, freshman coming in and scoring, and even some other guys like Jordan Kuhn looking really, really good out there. Hopefully the Pilots will continue this in the second half. We look good so far.
We keep talking about those freshmen. Luke Fisher, 2 for 2, 4 points, 3 boards. And then Paul Foreman, also 2 for 2 with 3 boards and 5 points. So right there, 9 points, 6 boards out of 2 true freshmen who had never seen a college basketball floor before. And they've come in and made a huge impact.
What a way to start off your career. Get to start your first game for Paul and get off to a good scoring start here for him too.
Connor, what's the key to keep this lead where it's at and come out of here with a victory tonight?
Pilots have to cut down the sloppiness. We've come up with some unnecessary turnovers, and if we contain those, we really have looked like the better team here in the first half. And I think if they do that, they will be well on their way to victory.
Right now, Pilot student section get a little roller coaster action going on as they get fired up for the second half of play.
That's kind of unusual for the Pilots. You don't see a ton of great student sections from them, but this has been awesome tonight.
Yeah, this has been one of the bigger ones I've ever seen in my time. That's something we hear from the Pilot players. We talk with a lot of them. It absolutely makes a difference when you have a big crowd. You know they're behind you, getting fired up. The louder they are, the more excited you are, and vice versa. We saw that go both ways. When the Pilot crowd would get fired up, it get the Pilots going defensively, get some of their plays, and then Jordan Kuhn comes down or Clay Yo comes down and makes an electric play offensively. The crowd responds accordingly. Clay Yo, a monstrous dunk in the first half.
Yeah, I was just going to say they call it home court advantage for a reason. And when you see a play like that from Clay, it honestly affects everyone out there. It's hard not to get fired up and to get your energy level up when you have an entire section of people cheering for you. That's just great to see.
Right now, for the Pilots, they are 4 of 10 from three-point range, and IUSB 5 of 20. 23s in the first half. You will take it if they only make 5. If they're willing to shoot that many and only come up with 5, I think that's a victory for the Pilots.
Yeah, that's a lot. I heard they shot 33s last game, and we went, wow, that is a lot of three-pointers. And to shoot 20 in the first half, that just shows you how reliant they are on that. And when it's not falling, they have to find other ways to score. And tonight, that's been getting to the line a little bit. Some offensive rebounds in the second half of that first half. And hopefully the Pilots can cut down on the mistakes that caused those, the unnecessary fouls and the offensive rebounds, and shut down this team.
You touched on the fouls. Both teams got in the bonus very early on, and maybe a reason that the scoring got as high as it did, and especially in that final minute with the technical and the flagrant, getting the Pilots some extra free throws. But I think, especially for the Pilots, like you said, cut down on the mistakes. If you can keep them off the free throw line. So far tonight, they haven't proven that they can consistently keep up with you just shooting the ball.
Right. And we've looked better defensively than they have. We've pressured them really well with that press. And hopefully we keep that up, cause some more turnovers, which leads to more easy points.
Certainly, though, giving credit where credit is due, there was a couple times that Clay would come down, make a huge play. You'd think, okay, this is where the Pilots start to kind of bury him. only a 10-point deficit at halftime. It certainly could be worse, and you have to give credit to the resolve of the Titans.
Yeah, the Titans have really been resilient here. They haven't given up yet, and there's no need to. They are still in this ball game. The Pilots really need to capitalize on their chances here and close this game out.
And here we are, getting ready to start the second half. Pilots will have the ball and a 10-point lead. Your Pilots, Jordan Kuhn, Caleb Ochin, Clay Yo, Paul Foreman, and Gage Ott. Inbounding is Kuhn, and we are ready to rock and roll here in the second half.
Crowd's chanting bang out for Caleb Ochin.
Paul Foreman comes up empty there, but Clay Yo,
Nice pass, Paul!
Caleb Ochin on the rebound. That set that up. That great pass from Paul. Gage Ott finishing.
That's great ball movement. Not a lot of room to work in there, and they pulled out a good play.
Nice crossover there by White. Had to bring it back out. Good recovery by Ochin. Back out to Benner. Young is smooth on him. 2 seconds to get a shot off. He does, and he hits it. Nice shot.
Fadeaway jump shot, creating separation from herself, and just buried it.
Vontae Young. Caleb Ochin, great pass into Gage Ott. Nice play and the finish.
There's Gage. That's great.
Pulled the chair out on the defender, went flying by, and he had a good look at the basket.
Taylor Brooks playing some good interior defense here tonight, but
Stitcher racking up a 3-ball, gets it back to a 9-point game. And we saw Taylor Brooks start, got 2 quick fouls, and he's back out there now.
He's their lone big man on the floor there.
And Paul against Paul is a travel.
Good defense by Stitcher, though. He caused that travel.
Mark White going to bring it back up the floor. That has been how it has been all night for the Titans. White coming around the edge, and he's got the layup. Got past Ochin.
Yeah, nice drive.
Foreman swinging it over to Jordan Kuhn. Down low. Nice play by Taylor Brooks.
Stole the ball right out of Gage Ott's hands. You got to come to that, buddy.
TJ Benner bringing it up the floor. Clay Yo on him. Screen, going to drive in, kick out Stitcher. He's got another, and it's back to a 4-point game. The Titans bench fired up. Can Clay Yo answer? He has all night. Gets a screen.
Hard screen by Gage Ott there.
Kicks it out. Jordan Kuhn looking to move in. Nothing there. Caleb Ochin moved around. Paul Foreman lost his man. Nice pass to Ott. Drops it in.
Freshman displaying some vision here.
That's 2 fantastic passes from Paul Foreman.
And that'll be a foul on Gage off the ball. Taylor Brooks set a hard screen. Came around hard, and Gage just grabbed him, trying to keep up with him. Got called for a foul.
Fans a little restless. I think they wanted a dunk out of Gage Ott. He just kind of dropped it in. As it stands, though, a 6-point lead for the Pilots here early in the second half.
And that'll be out of bounds on the Pilots. It was like Clay tipped it. Titans retain possession.
Good job there by Clay, though. Get that out of bounds, make them reset on offense.
He's a playmaker defensively as well as offensively.
I think the biggest thing for Clay Yo, Mike Lightfoot touched on it in our interviews. Does Clay want to be good? And he says this year that absolutely Clay wants to be the best player on the floor, and he's shown it tonight.
A little extracurricular activity down there between Paul and Stitcher.
Rebound Ott. Paul's going to bring it up the floor. He's going to try to make a move on Stitcher.
Offensive foul called. Heads up play by Stitcher. Paul got a little too aggressive there.
Paul, you could tell the second he got that ball, he wanted to make that play. Came in hot, shoulder low, and Stitcher took advantage of it.
He was taking it to the rack regardless of what the play looked like.
Almost loses it there, and Paul gets it.
Comes up with the steal, another good pass.
Ochin looking to drive in.
And
Ott cleaning it up. Nice play, Gage Ott. And Foreman called Looked like he had a lot of ball. The referee not agreeing with that.
Yeah.
And you'd think Paul's going to be out of here pretty quick because that's 2 real fast fouls in the first 3.5.
Juwan will be checking in for him. Some great plays there by Paul. Just got to keep the mistakes under control. And, you know, neither one of those were super costly mistakes, except for the fact that now he's in foul trouble and he can't play.
Well, and especially that first one was a freshman foul. He wanted to get back at Stitcher, wanted to come down, make a play, and Stitcher knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Mark White looking to make a play. Pilots get back defensively. White gets a screen. They switch. Kick out Stitcher. Down low to Brooks. Spin move.
Tipped by Gage. Nice play defensively.
Smooth over to Ochin. Ochin's going to rack up a 3. A little long. Stitcher the rebound.
It's like Juwan was in position for an offensive rebound there. Just went over his head a little bit.
Brooks wide open for 3. Pilots catch a break there.
Jordan Kuhn's been huge on the boards tonight.
He did not hand it off. They thought he might. Nice play! Jordan Kuhn.
Well, up and under. Stitcher was left all alone.
Well, they caught everybody looking at Clay Yo, and Smooth just took the nice, easy layup. Back to a 10-point advantage. 15 and a half to go in the game. Mark White now. Over to Taylor Brooks.
Down low to Stitcher.
Double team, got to get it back out. White gonna drive in. And they say he drew the contact. He jumped into Juwan. The call goes against Carpenter. And he should be shooting 2.
Tonight has just been a display of experience. You see some really heads-up plays there from Mark White. Drawing contact, and you see some not-so-heads-up plays from the Bethel freshmen, which have been, you know, a little more costly than you would like here early on.
No coach ever wants to see that call go against his team, the player creating the contact from the offensive side, but Mark White knows what he's up to. He's been at this 4 years now, and he gets the call. So a timeout here, 15-14 left in the game. Pilots up 60-40. Out of the timeout, Mark White's going to be shooting free throws. The teams have played each other even here through the first 5 minutes, each with 10 points. Connor, what are you seeing?
You know, we see some good offensive plays from the Titans here that we didn't see in the first half. They've looked a little more coordinated offensively and putting together some half-court plays as well as running in transition.
You see right now the cheerleaders trying to get the crowd fired up. That has not been a necessity tonight. They have been loud. They have been proud of their Pilots as they come back onto the floor. It is going to be Gage Ott, Caleb Ochin, Clay Yo, Juwan Carpenter, Travis Smith getting ready to come in for the first time this half. And Mark White at the line for the Titans.
You know, the refs have really done a pretty good job tonight keeping this game under control.
Yeah, especially at the end of that first half, the discussions, the calls they had to make. Maybe you could have seen the game get a little out of hand. They've kept it in check. This crew has done a great job tonight.
Yeah, they really have. Crosstown rivals can get a little hot sometimes, but they've done a really, really bang-up job here.
White knocks both of them home. A bit of press here from the Titans. Pilots look to have beaten it as they get it across half court. Smith driving in. Gage Ott wants the ball. He's going to take the contact and finish. Great play from Gage Ott going in strong.
Hard to play defense on a play like that. Taylor Brooks trying not to get a foul called on him.
Mark White driving on Carpenter. Taylor Brooks going to come up, set a screen. Benner lost his dribble, had to kick it back out. They restart. Time winding down on the shot clock. Stitcher got it off, couldn't finish over top. Travis Smith just got it away. Javante Young wanted to pin it, couldn't get home. 12-point lead.
Heads up play by Travis. And
little ticky-tack Hand check foul there. Travis knew what he did.
Just when I said heads up play by Travis, he went and committed an unnecessary foul there in transition. That's the key to a good press, is you can't get in foul trouble.
Well, you saw Javante Young as Smith was going in for that layup. His eyes got very wide. He thought he had a highlight play, and good job, Smith, to get the ball out.
Coaching on White now.
Here's Young. Been quiet in the second half. Crossover there, trying to make a play, almost loses it, gets it back, throws it up.
Yeah, that'll be Pilot's ball off the missed shot.
And so far what they've done tonight, I don't think that's the offense that Coach Scott Cooper wants for the Titans. Not bad to have Young with the shot.
Oh.
And the foul called. That shouldn't be an and one. I think the shot came from Gage Ott.
Clay will be headed to the line. The tip-in from Gage Ott was after the play.
But as I was saying, you don't have an issue with Javante Young taking the shot. The issue is that nobody but Javante Young touched the ball.
First one from Clay is up and good, nothing but net. Coach Lightfoot out there in the neck brace due to his recent neck surgery here this summer. Doesn't look to be slowing him down though. He's still out on the floor. He's still yelling.
No, I was talking to Ryan Wasink. I was asking him, if that kind of holds him back. He's a very animated guy, and Ryan just laughed at me and said, "Do you think it would?"
He's been here a long time at Bethel doing what he knows how to do, and old neck surgery doesn't want to stop him.
Jawan goes over the back there trying to get that rebound after the missed free throw from Yo.
Some freshmen back in for Bethel.
Fisher and Gaylor in for Carpenter and Ott.
Some fresh legs will do us some good here. We're a little sluggish right now.
13:45 left in the game. Pilots their biggest lead of the night at 13. Do the Titans have a run in them? Mark White with the ball, getting some screens, driving in. And a foul called down low, I believe on Grant Gaylor.
I thought it was on Jordan. That might be on Smooth.
Either way, the Titans are in the bonus. That is a long time to be in the bonus, 13:34.
Yeah. A lot of game left to play here, but so far the Pilots have been able to fend them off. Second half it looked pretty even so far.
Stitcher with the ball, shooting up his second free throw. Makes them both.
Timeout call.
Scott Cooper wants to talk to his guys. Pilots with an 11-point lead. Like you said, been pretty even here. Pilots had a 10-point lead at halftime. They now lead by 11.
Yeah, pretty much back and forth ever since halftime. Pilots haven't been able to put together a run, but neither have the Titans. So hopefully the Titans will not get hot from three-point land like they so easily could, and the Pilots will be able to carry this lead all the way to the end.
I don't know about you, but right now what I'm seeing, I'm incredibly excited about the prospect that this season holds. If we get to see this many faces night in and night out, and you get Ryan Wasink back, there's another player to throw into the fold.
Yeah.
You gotta love the look of a team where you never know who's gonna go off on a given night. I mean, obviously Clay Yo is leading it tonight, but past him, everybody's been chipping in, and I think that's just some fun basketball. It's not necessarily, okay, give it to Clay, let him do his thing, he'll have 50, somebody might have 10. Clay has a little over, I think he's got 21 right now, but it's spread out past that, and I think that's a very fun look for this team. And you especially need to have bodies once we get into Crossroads League play, which we'll talk about later in the season, the murderer's row of opponents that is.
It's just a lot more consistent too, and you can count on more than 3 or 4 guys to do your scoring.
Clay Yo with the ball, bringing it up. Smooth with the ball, he wants a screen from Luke Fisher. Didn't get it.
Bang out organizing his team, trying to call a play here, kicks out to Clay. Good screen by Luke.
Clay pulls it up. Oh yeah!
Step back 3 there, made it look easy. elevates so much on his jump shot. That was so hard to guard.
Switch there, Luke Fisher on Mark White. Down low.
Nice heads-up play there by Beecher Ward, drawing the foul.
He got switched, and Caleb Ochen was on him, and not a whole lot Caleb can do down there.
Yeah, that's why I like Jordan so much out there at the point guard spot, is it's easier when we switch in the pick and roll. He doesn't get as many mismatches. And Caleb's a great defender, brings a lot of energy out there, but he's a little undersized, so when he gets switched on the screens, you see a lot of plays like that where he has to foul to prevent points from being scored.
Two entirely different styles from the 2-point guards. I mean, you have Jordan Kuhn, a lot of scrappy plays on both ends of the court. A lot of his offensive plays are going to be in tight, taking contact.
Yeah.
Whereas Caleb Ochen at any one moment could hit 4 threes in a row.
More of a shooter, whereas Kuhn's more of a slasher.
Nice play. Clay Yo, step back.
Trying to shoot through the double team. A little bit of a mix-up for the rebound here. Looks like Young came out with it.
Young bringing it up.
Pilot's up by 14 now.
Ward driving in, and that's going to be a foul on Fisher. Should be on the floor. Should keep it at a 1-and-1.
And it looks like Gage will be checking back in for him here. That's more like the Coach Lightfoot we know. We usually don't see him play freshmen, but it is pretty typical for him to keep his players on a short leash when it comes to foul trouble.
Not only does he not generally play freshmen, what we've come to expect from a Pilot team is 1 big man and 4 shooters. And what we've seen tonight, much different look than that.
Yeah. A lot of 2 big looks out here, which is kind of unusual for the Pilots.
Jordan Kuhn bringing it back after the miss. Pilots lead by 14, 12 and a half to go in the game. Caleb Ochen now, top of the key. Loses it. Clay Yo saves it. Nice play, Clay.
Kuhn with the ball now, top of the key. Shot clock expires. He forgot about the clock. Unable to get a shot off in time.
Miscommunication there. You saw the Pilot bench players trying to get Jordan Kuhn to throw up a shot, but he didn't see him. And Paul Foreman going to come back in for the Pilots. Grant Gaylor going to take a seat, and in for the Titans, number 5, My Love Sutton. He will handle the inbound. Joe Bannister taking over the point guard duties for the Titans.
Riley Stitcher takes a much-needed break. He's seen a lot of minutes tonight and come up with a lot of hustle plays too. So
Sutton, top of the key, 4-3, sends it home, back to an 11-point game.
The Titans are just too good at three-pointers to be leaving anybody open at this point in the game. You know they can get hot in a hurry. You know that that's their main offensive weapon. I don't understand.
Nice pass. Caleb Ochen
threading the needle on the pass. Gage Ott left with an easy layup. Goes up hard. Makes it look easy.
Miss 3 there. Caleb Ochen going to get the rebound up ahead.
Transition.
Jordan Kuhn lays it up and in. Had a couple options down there. Kuhn and Yo both got out in transition. Pilots have ballooned their lead to 15 with 11 and a half to go.
That right there is exactly what we need, that contained energy.
Sutton driving in.
Nice drive.
Foreman and kind of lost where Sutton was at. Caleb Ochen got the ball back.
Heads up play there by Caleb. That ball was behind him. He looked back and got it.
Right past Sutton.
Nice drive by Foreman there. Went up with his left hand. He's a righty. That is not an easy play for him on the run. And yeah, he converted it.
Bannister going to rack up a 3. He's got it.
That'll be 74-60 now. 10:50 left in the game.
They're going to call Bannister trying to get that press. He grabbed a hold of Ochen's jersey.
I've been saying this all night, but that's the key to an effective press is you can't give up unnecessary fouls. And it's been a problem for both teams. Both teams fouled a lot in the first half, and mainly just the Pilot team in the second half struggling with foul trouble. But if you're going to press, you can't do it at the cost of your entire team's foul trouble.
Just the second team foul on the Titans here halfway through the second half. Pilots lead 74-60. Caleb Ochen bringing it up, making the call.
Down to Gage, top of the key.
Caleb Ochen posting up, passed it out. Clay Yo.
Pump fake.
That's a great pass by Clay. Good job by Paul Foreman. Someone got a hand on that. He was corralled it, got up, got the shot.
You were great tonight.
Sutton comes up empty on the three. Gage Ott getting out in transition. Tried to throw down a monster dunk. Took the contact. He'll shoot two.
Holy cow.
He wanted to break the backboard on that one.
Oh my gosh.
You saw that coming. As soon as he got ahead of steam at around half court, you knew he was going to try it.
He saw two defenders in his way, elevated over both of them, and if he hadn't gotten fouled underneath, probably would have had that dunk. That was insane.
We saw him do that last year against Grace. Had a 7-footer thrown against him, and he did not care. Threw it right down over top. As it stands, the first free throw good by Ott. A now 17-point lead for the Pilots as they start to kind of pull away here partway through the second half.
Yeah, 10 minutes left here.
2 for 2 from Gage.
Yeah, that's great. From your big man, that's a great percentage.
You love to see that because you know Gage, all his offense is going to come from down low, so he's going to be at the line.
Oh.
And a late call on Foreman. Looked like he got him kind of low with the body as Brooks tried to turn around and go for a hook.
No, correction, that was on Gage. And that'll be the 10th team foul for the Pilots.
Double bonus, 10 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah.
Even if you have an 18-point lead that feels comfortable, you don't want to be in that kind of foul trouble.
First free throw from Brooks is in and out.
See here, Taylor Brooks missed the first free throw as the fans chant air ball to try to get him to come up with another one.
Yeah, Brooks out of Penn High School.
0 for 2.
He's played some great defense tonight. He's looked good.
Clayo spin move through contact and one!
Oh my goodness.
Clayo spins in the lane off the glass through contact.
That's one for the team highlight reel right there. The fans are going nuts.
20-point Pilot lead. What a play, Clay.
He spun around one guy up into the other guy, got clobbered, and as he's falling back down to the floor, flicks up a shot and sinks it.
And what do you see the first thing out of Coach Mike Lightfoot? He's getting in a player's face about missing something on the offensive end.
Coach Cooper not too happy. His team not displaying the same defensive tenacity they were the first half.
Well, he can't finish the three-point play. 20-point lead for the Pilots. Three ball from Jones, that's good.
Pass down to Ott in transition, puts up a
And one again.
over his shoulder. Spin around from the baseline.
The Pilots giving the fans something to get excited about here tonight.
This is such a nice change of pace. We haven't seen a lot of post scoring from the Pilots in the past, but tonight with Ball Foreman and Gage Ott, we've seen a lot of easy looks inside, and that's going to eventually open up the outside shooting for us.
Years past, your inside scoring was limited to the Pilots in transition getting layups.
Yeah.
And that has not been the case tonight as Ott misses the freebie. 82 to 63.
9.5 minutes left here to go.
So you can hear the crowd chanting 6 more points. You think that they've gotten loud for some of the highlight plays. You see what happens when the Pilots hit 88. There's a foul called on Clay Oaks. The Pilots hit 88, everybody gets a free Big Mac, and nothing will get college students cheering louder than ever than free food. TJ Benner at the line, been pretty quiet here in the second half.
Saw his big brother down on the sideline. Gets to watch his alumni and his little brother in the same game.
If I had to guess, I would think he's IUSB fan for one night tonight. Usually family comes first, and we can't blame Ryan for that.
Inbound goes to Ochin. A little one-man press here.
Caleb Ochin trying to get something going. Down to Jawan. Back to Caleb. Through contact. Oh my goodness! The circus shots just keep coming.
Caleb Ochin throws up a shot through the double team. Draws the foul. His fading away, flicks it up with one hand off the glass and in. That was gorgeous.
That is 3 and 1 plays, none of which were simple. We'll see if Caleb can actually complete the play as the Pilots get a little yes chant going. They are fired up. How can't you be with the plays we have seen recently out of the Pilots? Just amazing athleticism and control from Clay Yo, Gage Ott, and now Caleb Oatgen to hit these insane shots.
Yeah, this has been great. Pilots really starting to pull away here now. 84-65 with just about 9 minutes left here to go.
Mike Lightfoot calling a timeout after the foul. You have to think right now the talk is a lot of just keep it up, just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, but really, this is a team you can't sleep on because they can put up points in a hurry with the free ball. Can't leave guys open or you will pay for it.
I think probably something else Mike wanted to talk about. They've been doing a lot of press this half. They didn't do in the first half. And the Pilots, it hasn't burnt them yet, but at times they've looked a little out of place coming back down the offensive end. These and one plays have come luckily for the Pilots because at times they've looked a little out of sorts. So definitely talk to them, remind them how to get through a press. These guys know how to handle that and just look a little smoother as the game goes on.
Yeah, and when you're running so fast and getting out in transition so much, there are going to be plays that go your way and don't go your way. In the first half, they were not necessarily going our way. We lost a couple of turnovers. In the second half here, they have gone our way, and we've converted them into and ones. It's been great.
Caleb Oatgen making the free throw to get it back to a 20-point lead. And Jones, a three, a little long, and the rebound to Oatgen.
Pass by Oatgen.
Cleo wants to get out and move.
Drew a foul on that one, too. That's the beauty of transition. You draw a foul, defense doesn't have time to set. Hopefully gets to the line for some easy points. And
it's going to be Brandon Beam for the first time for the Titans tonight, senior out of Borden, Indiana. Going to catch some minutes here as we wind down. 8:48 left in the game as Cleo prepares to shoot two with the Pilots up 20. Clay hits the first one. Long on the second one.
Pilots look to be playing a little bit more conservative defense here, backing off the press a little bit. Whereas IUSB has amped it up.
Mark White drives in. And Juwan Carpenter comes out with that one. Caleb Oatgen looking to push.
Kuhn with the ball, top of the key, drives in one-handed, scoop shot.
Up and under, and the Pilots fans going nuts. Free Big Macs for everybody. Nice play there by Jordan Kuhn. Benner driving in, nice hop step. Wow. Didn't get the roll.
He completed the hard part with no problem. It was just making the layup he struggled with. And
a lot of bodies flying around there. Yeah. Pilots come out with it. It's Kuhn. Two bang out. Off the glass and home.
Lefty layup in transition from bang out. That's great. The little guy finishing strong through contact. That's what we like to see.
Mark White now. Going over to the corner.
That pass looked like it got tipped, but stayed in bounds. And
Sutton can't hit it.
Three balls no good there.
Up comes Kuhn. He's going to get it over to Oatgen.
That'll be
and Gage Ott kind of grimacing a little bit. The referee gave a timeout, I think specifically for Gage. You hope that's nothing serious.
Yeah, looks like he'll be headed back to the locker room. Oh, nope, it's just sideline.
Talk to the trainer. I'm thinking it's just cramps.
Cramping up, yep. He's just stretching out. We're okay.
Good to see there. You never want to have someone injured on the back end of a 25-point lead.
Yep.
Caleb Oatgen, tough shot. Couldn't get it to go home.
Sorry if we scared you guys there a little bit.
We were just as worried up in the booth as you were at home. Stitcher for three. No dice. Offensive rebound, Joe Bannister.
Little guy coming in with a big rebound.
to Sutton. Sutton going through. Nice pass. Stitcher can't finish.
He's really struggling to finish here in this back end of the second half. They haven't been able to come up with much in the offensive end.
Well, and honestly, I think you can tell that they are a team that lives and dies by the three, because when they've tried to go in, it just has not worked out in their favor.
Yeah, like we talked about, a little bit undersized, especially when Riley is running out there as their lone big man, Stitcher. And he's done a great job, but he's just a little oversized, and the Pilots have more fresh legs to throw at him than he's been able to handle so far. Pilots up 25 now with 6.5 minutes left to go.
That will be a foul out for Sutton, as Jawan Carpenter will be shooting free throws.
And Jawan saw some unexpected minutes last year, what with injuries and suspensions for the Pilots, and he showed up. He played some good basketball, and it was enough to warrant getting some minutes here early in the season.
Jawan missing the first. Joe Bannister just gets a pass over to Riley Stitcher.
Titans moving the ball around, looking for the three.
Up to Young, he's going to fire it up, and he's got it.
He can shoot,
Been pretty quiet in the second half. Gets one there, and a quick timeout from Scott Cooper. His team trailing by 22 with just over 6 minutes to go. If you're Scott Cooper, what are you telling the Titans?
I don't know. There's still a lot of time left, and I think they can still mount a comeback if they get hot here from three, but it's getting that borderline point where it's becoming out of reach.
I think that is just a testament to how the Pilots have played tonight. They have committed to sharing the rock, spreading the scoring, and it has worked beautifully for them. We've seen plenty of different guys contributing, and that has led to ballooning this lead. They played pretty even the first 10 minutes of the second half, and really these last 4 or 5 minutes, the Pilots have just started to pull away.
Widen the gap a little bit, and it's impressive putting up 90 points in a college basketball game with 6 minutes left to go. You don't see that too often, and hopefully it'll be a continuing trend here for the Pilots. Everybody likes scoring.
Jordan Kuhn now with the ball. He's going to go down low. Clay Yo back out. Kuhn's going to fire up a three. Just couldn't get it to roll home.
The most open three he'll see all season.
Kuhn in transition. Kuhn goes right up with it.
Nice block there.
Stitcher trying to work over Paul Foreman.
Wow.
Nothing doing.
Nice post move. Just couldn't convert. Ball's all over him.
Leo now bringing it up. Looks like the Pilots are slowing things down a bit. Going to run a little clock.
Kuhn picked up his dribble, pivoting, gives it back out to Paul on the perimeter.
Caleb Ochin now.
Oh, turn and shoot.
Air ball three. They got to get the ball back up, and it's stolen away by Stitcher.
Straight into the hands of Caleb Ochin on the miss, and he just couldn't come up with the basket.
Bannister driving in.
Yeah, some nice dribble moves there. Created separation from himself, just couldn't convert the floater. That seems to be the theme here in the second half. And great offensive movement from the Titans, just not able to convert.
Paul Foreman now, he's going to pull up a jumper. No good. Bannister, the long rebound. Here comes Beam in the corner. Jamonte Young. A little surprised he didn't take that shot. He has all night. Ward is going to come up empty, and he will hear it from the Pilot student section on that one.
I'll eat that alive. Right along with their Big Macs.
Jordan Kuhn now to inbound. Caleb Ochin bringing it up the floor.
68 to 90, Pilots still in the lead. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left here to go. Yo with the ball, nice pass down.
Nice pass.
kisses it up off the glass. Great passing here from the Pilots in the second half. What from Clay and Smooth and Paul. They look good.
We saw a lot last year as Ward loses the ball going in. We saw kind of down the stretch last year as Gage Ott got some more playing time. You and I loved the 1-2 combo of Chris and Gage.
Yeah, they connected for a lot of points.
Chris gone now, and you'd love to see Clay step into that role and have that be a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, they just fed off each other, created some alley-oops, some great defensive plays as well, coming up with situations where Chris would force his man to dribble into Gage, and Gage would come with a big block, stuff like that. They were incredible.
4 minutes to go. Pilots lead 92-68. Jones checking in for Young. And that may be the last we see of Young.
That'll be a foul on the floor. Number 11, Joe Bannister.
Scott Cooper, you clearly see they have a great talent there in Javante Young. And certainly time winding down here, you don't want to see an injury happen to one of your star players.
Yeah, and you can tell his team respects him too. They were really looking for him. Every time they came down the floor, he was their go-to guy. And as the season goes on, I'm sure he'll grow into a leadership role, and his coach already sees him as that.
Caleb Ochin making the first, shooting his second free throw.
And Travis checking back in for Jordan here.
Yeah, you have the original starting five for the Pilots. Under 4 to go.
Open three in the corner.
Jones has got it. Hit a few of those tonight. Clayo now, top of the key. Gage Ott back over to Caleb Ochin, swinging it around. Clayo has it again.
Down low to Ott in the post. Spin move back over his shoulder on the baseline.
Drawing the foul. Nice post move there from Gage.
Yeah, he has the size advantage, and that move worked for him earlier, so he went back to it again. Wasn't able to convert the bucket, but he headed to the line to shoot too, pick up some more points.
Coach Lightfoot has to be ecstatic with what he's seen out of Gage. A little bit of a slow start, but the post moves he's shown tonight are something they were just begging him to do last year. And we've seen it consistently tonight.
It's really encouraging going forward because both Paul and Ryan Watson, when he comes back, can shoot. And so he can almost get back to that 4-out, 1-in lineup that he likes, but still have the size advantage of two big men if Gage can hold down the fort down low.
Certainly. Jones in the corner, swinging it back up now to Bannister. Beam has it now. Beam lining up a deep three, and he's got it.
More of a step shot there than a jump shot.
Caleb Ochin now trying to get around Bannister. He does.
Dribble move, yeah.
He goes right in. Nice play.
Just blew by his man.
Caleb Ochin has the Pilots up 97-74. 2:45 to go.
When you come over on the help defense, you don't want to come out that high up because just that can happen. If someone like Caleb blows by you, there's no one left at the rim, and he just cruised through there for an easy layup.
Oh!
Nice defense.
Paul Foreman says no, sir. Travis Smith gets it back in.
Oh, my goodness. Bannister put up a little scoop layup there, and
Foreman didn't even jump. He just stuck his hand out and sent that away.
Yeah, he smacked it.
And Caleb Ochin drives in off the glass.
Another player who looked great tonight. He's out there for his offensive abilities, but bringing energy on defense and making plays like this on offense, I see a lot of playing time in his future.
Travis Smith, Gage Ott, get ready! One-handed, putting it home!
Oh,
and Gage Ott.
It landed funny on that dunk. Looks like he got bumped.
I think he's pointing to, I think he's cramping up again.
Hopefully that's nothing more serious than a cramp. Unfortunate there. That was a sweet play. Pilots up 101-74. Just under 2 minutes left here to play.
He's laughing right now as he comes off the floor.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this has to be cramps.
Gage seems to be okay. The trainer's shaking her head and laughing at him. But
Cramps at the cost of a big dunk.
it was worth it. And looks like Will Stevie will be checking in for the Pilots. Another face we haven't seen too much of.
I'll just let everybody know right now, if Will Stevie gets a chance for a dunk, look out.
Oh, holy cow.
Trayvon Covington is also checked in for the first time tonight. Coming off an ACL injury last season. Great to see him on the court. Nice little 1-2.
Grant Gaylor, nice drive, just got stuck under the backboard, draws a foul. It'll be headed to the line. But yeah, back to Trayvon. He's great. Great offensive spark plug.
Explosive
speed. Explosive athlete. He can get to the rim despite the fact that he's only 6 foot. And the Pilots really look to him to fill the role that Caleb Ocean has been filling in the past. That of the offensive spark plug, probably coming off the bench.
Well, emptying the bench now is both teams. For your Pilots,
Here comes
Trayvon Covington, Will Stevie, Luke Fisher, Kyle Thompson. Grant Gaylor still shooting his freebies.
Looks like Nick Kindig will be headed out there too. He's a crowd favorite.
In the game for IUSB, Alex Clark and Dante Butler.
Oh, deep three there from
Jones!
Holy cow.
Wow, he has been lighting it up in the second half.
Not phased by the fact that he was 3 steps behind the three-point line there, just sank it. Grant with the ball
Gaylor
now.
Gonna pull up jumper.
No good. He's had a rough shooting night, but he's looked good.
In transition, Butler, little turnaround, he got it.
That's that Ryan Benner move we were talking about earlier.
Nice play there. Trayvon bringing it up the floor. Time winding down in this one. 50 seconds. Pilots lead 101-79. Will Stevie
nice
getting
drive.
around.
Woo! That was nice.
Kept it through the contact. Got it home. Free ball. Jones!
That's the same spot as his last one. He's heating up.
Wow!
I could have used this from him earlier in the game. Trayvon with the ball out to Stevie on the wing. Down low to Kyle Thompson. Luke Fisher with the ball. Thought he got fouled.
And Stevie almost steals it. Jones in transition. Grant Gaylor with the foul.
Yeah, Jones will be headed to the line to shoot too. Got fouled on his breakaway layup attempt.
19 and a half to go. That will see Nick Kindig come into the game for the Pilots.
Like we said earlier, he's a crowd favorite. He doesn't see a ton of minutes, but when he's in there, the crowd definitely enjoys it.
How about this? Tanner Shepard going to get into the game as well. His first season with the team. That is great to see. Both of these guys walk-ons.
Both on the practice squad last year, and I think Nick got some minutes when we had some injuries and some suspensions, but this is Tanner's first time out there. Great to see their hard work and practice paying off. Finally getting some minutes here in a game.
Final 18. Pilots lead 103-84.
Trayvon with the ball now. After Nick.
Kindig losing it.
A backcourt violation. Just couldn't keep a handle on the ball. Lost it. Titans ball. 7.7 seconds left here to go. Pilots up 103-84. Passing it off to Jones.
Jones almost loses it. Double team.
Tanner
Shepard
dives on
nice defense.
And that'll be the game.
That is your final. Pilots, an impressive 103-84 winner in Connor. If I told you no Matt Schaus, no Zach Miller, and the Pilots will score 103 points, you'd have thought I was crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. They came out here and a lot of different guys scored, which is great to see. Hopefully we won't lean on Clay Yo scoring too heavily and we can continue this in the future.
Looks like it could be a bright season for the Pilots and something great to see. The players are going to go over and get right in the middle of the student section. Mike Lightfoot leading the way.
Yeah.
You got to love that. You hope that keeps up the entire season.
You can tell that Coach Lightfoot really likes having the fans here. He told his players, hey, go get over there, say hi.
Absolutely. That is great to see out of the fans and the players. Big win for the Pilots tonight over crosstown rival IUSB. Again, your final 103-84. Absolutely a team effort across the board. And if you want to catch the next pilot broadcast. We're going to have it for you here next Wednesday night, November 4th. Same place, 7:30 start time. Andrews University coming in. Again, Pilots 1-0 on the season. Thanks for joining us. For Connor Klingbeil, I'm Ethan Klein, signing off.
See ya.